Chapter 1. The new neighborhood my wife and I moved into, a quiet, gated community tucked in the hills, expecting peace, privacy, and some well-earned rest. We had both retired from active-duty military life. Well, at least I had. My wife, Dana, still worked as a tactical trainer, sharpening the skills of elite Navy SEALs in advanced combat techniques. Nobody in the neighborhood knew that, of course. We kept to ourselves, maintained the property, and didn't interfere with the HOA until they interfered with us. Chapter 2. HO with a badge from the beginning, the AO operated like a private militia. They called themselves security, but acted like a rogue police unit complete with tactical gear, patrols, and radios. One of them even carried a sidearm. Residents whispered about intimidation tactics and fines for infractions like overgrown grass or parked trailers. Dana found it all laughable. I found it suspicious. And both of us agreed. Something was off. Chapter 3. The disagreement trouble began when Dana parked our black SUV, still bearing her military tags on, curb during a garage cleanout. Within minutes, an HO enforcer named Rick banged on the door, red in the face. He barked about non-compliant parking and demanded she move the vehicle immediately. Dana politely declined, citing her right to park temporarily on our own street. Rick didn't like that. He muttered something about consequences and stormed off. Dana shrugged and went back to sorting gear. Chapter 4. Escalation. 2 days later, we came home to find a citation taped to our door and two of the HOA cops parked outside in a golf cart with police lights attached. Dana chuckled. I wasn't amused. I recorded them from inside and filed a complaint with the county, only to find they weren't recognized security or licensed officers. They were just HOA volunteers with delusions of authority and a rented badge kit. Chapter 5. The Confrontation. The next morning, while I was out running errands, Dana stepped outside to retrieve a package. That's when it happened. Rick and another HOA cop approached, blocked her path, and demanded ID. She calmly asked if they had any legal authority. One of them reached for his hip, pulled what looked like a Glock, and pointed it right at her. He screamed, "On the ground now!" Dana froze, then, in a flash, disarmed him, twisted his wrist, and pinned him to the ground in one swift move. The other man ran. Chapter 6. Police involvement. By the time I got home, the real police were already there. Dana sat on the porch, arms crossed, while Rick wailed in pain on the grass. The cops took one look at the fake badge, the airsoft pistol, and Dana's ID and immediately put Rick in cuffs. He tried to protest, but once they confirmed her background with the DOD, everything shifted. The officers even thanked Dana for handling it without injury. The HOA president was called in. He wasn't smiling when he arrived. Chapter 7. Legal. Fallout. Our lawyer had a field day. We pressed charges for impersonation, intimidation, and brandishing a weapon. Turns out the HOA had a long history of complaints buried in local records. Dana's takedown gave the case the attention it needed. Within weeks, the HOA board was dissolved and a court-appointed manager took over. Several members, including Rick, were arrested or fined. The community breathed a collective sigh of relief. Chapter 8. Respect earned afterward. Neighbors who once kept their distance began stopping by to thank us. Some brought cookies. Others brought wine. One even asked Dana for self-defense lessons. Life slowly returned to normal, except now everyone knew who Dana really was. She never bragged, never flexed her skills. But the message was clear. We didn't move here to cause trouble. But if trouble comes, we'll end it professionally.